Rhino Nation, here we are, week 6. Man, it's flying by. And Rising, of course, season 6. Here we are. Club MA versus Sjana. And I have 2 of my buddies with me. I feel like we were on voice all weekend. Chief and Stef. How you guys?
Hey, Drummy.
Hey.
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 Yeah, we were all on voice for like the majority of the war.
We really were, especially with the 11s. It was probably, I don't know, the last
there was 11 people.
Yeah, it was crazy.
11 people on.
And it was fun, you know, it makes it fun that way. But let's go ahead and see what happened. I'll flip on over to the screen. War ended and boo! Dang it, 2 weeks in a row. You know, that last war before the bye, they had us like at a 99% because they had 2 12v12s, and this week they beat us by 12v12 basically. All the other stats were identical, which was crazy. We both had 8 11v11s. We both, which was like a 53%, and then we both had, you know, 45% on the 10v10, so it was pretty crazy. But, you know, we just couldn't quite do it. We tried, and we gave it a good effort. I mean, the 11s, like we were talking about, a bunch of people were on voice, planning, helping out. Dom for Town Hall 12, he was planning, and we were doing voice spotting and everything, so it was awesome. Just, you know, couldn't quite get it. So great teamwork by everybody, but congratulations to those guys for pulling out the victory. Let's check out really quick who our 6-packers were. So at Town Hall 11, we had Red Chief and Benjo with his back-to-back 6-packs, right? He was 6-pack last week.
That's right.
So he's a crazy guy right now. And then we had 3 for 10v10. We had Leah, Luca, and Ridwan. And we actually had quite a few fresh hits, and then we just struggled on a couple of the bases and couldn't get them down. We started off really great on Town Hall 10, and then it was just tough to get those couple bases down. That's kind of what happens sometimes. So, what do you think we watch some replays? You guys game?
Sounds great.
All right. Let's go for this. Let's start down at the bottom with number 29, one of our 6-packers. Did I say Ridwan? I'm thinking that I didn't. So there were 3 Town Hall 10s, Leah, Luca, and Ridwan. So we're going to check out his first. And this was a cleanup attack, so we'll go ahead on number 29 in 3, 2, 1. We got ourselves a mass P.E.K.K.A smash, whatever you want to call it, and his change really was just a little bit different funnel, and he brought some back-end hogs, and you'll see that the back-end hogs, I think, really did make a difference, just to keep his group over to one side. So, starts off with the funnels, with this P.E.K.K.As on the sides. Very nice. Clears out that. And this strat is good for this diamond type of a base. It works really well. Comes in, everybody's going in. He just lost 2.
Yeah, I can't remember
if
they ran out again, but I don't think this was this attack. I think it was the other one. That they went back out and then got sucked back in by the CC. I was like, oh my.
Yeah, I think that was another one, but you're exactly, I think it was the first attempt on this one. So he did clean up the entry a little bit, because I do remember that. And then you see he's bringing in the hogs over on the side, and what that does basically is keep, you know, he takes down there was a Tesla and an Archer Tower over there. It keeps all of his troops over to the other side and takes out those couple defenses. I mean, they took out maybe 4 or 5 defenses and then fizzled out, but that's really all that he needed. I think it ended up to be a time fail, that first one. Do you guys remember J Blaw's hit?
I think it was a time fail.
Yeah, I think he was really close, but he had to, he didn't have any, you know, a queen or wizard or anything to hit over a wall, and they got stuck on a wall and couldn't finish it out. But this one is GG already. He's got how many? He's got a bowler hanging out. He's got a minion up at the top. His queen is still up. How many P.E.K.K.As does he have down there? 2? Yeah. So he's good. He's good to go. So it was a nice hit. That was only the second hit. Again, it was just a cleanup. So he did a good job making that little adjustment to get the 3. So way to go, buddy. And nice 6-pack.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a slight adjustment to fix an attack. So
exactly.
Good on him for doing that.
And of course, it's easier said than done, too, you know.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You think, oh, yeah, I should just be able to do this, and one little thing happens different, and timing or something, and you're screwed.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's go ahead and check out Leah. LDT, we've decided, right, Chief?
That's right.
Name's too long. We need abbreviations. Yeah. So let's
much quicker.
It is
LD.
much, yeah. So, and he's going to attack Why So Serious? Number 21 in 3, 2, 1. Let's check it out. He loves this attack. Both of his hits were this particular strat, and it was a fresh hit, this one. And the Quake is pretty cool. I like it, even though it does waste. It burns 4 spell slots, but he's got it down as far as how to do it. So, and the other thing on this attack, I always think that the ADs have to be really close to each other, but not necessarily when you use the slammer. And I think that's what he does on this one, if I'm remembering. So let's just go ahead and check this out. He's got a P.E.K.K.A. and a baby dragon to help him funnel at the beginning here, just to make sure that he's got his queen going. And I like, this was one too, Chief. I think we were all watching on voice and we were like, does he know he only has 1 healer? We're panicking.
Yeah, I know, right?
He has 4 other healers. Yeah, we panicked there. But he just had one enough to make sure, I'm sure part of it was just so that the healers don't, go to the P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, get sniped, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was so they didn't get sniped by that AD that he was trying to get down.
Correct.
So they would have sniped it.
That too. So it's one of those where you just, he was being careful, which was perfect. And he does a nice Quake there to open everything.
Right, and what's key here? The Quake opened up right where he's going to get 3 ADs, right?
Yep.
So I think that's what he's looking for is, you have 3 ADs kind of all in one spot, so that's where you're going to concentrate your queen into.
Yep. Yeah, and it was nice too, and you see that the way that he came in too, his healers didn't get sniped too long by the multi either, so it worked out great. Mm-hmm. So already he has 12 baby dragons, and there we go, slammer right on the AD, and that thing's gonna be gone in no time. So, and he has the slammer to tank. And let's just go ahead and see. It's not taking any fire, so that means it's going to last forever. And I think, for some reason, it lasts maybe to the end of the raid. But we'll see in a minute. I've watched so many attacks this weekend, it's hard to remember.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to last to the end of the raid, which is fine, because he has a freeze that he's going to use, and he still has 3 baby dragons, and a wizard, and his queen ability. This base is toasted. No problem. So nice job. And yeah, maybe it does last until the end. Nope. Just about.
Yeah.
But he pretty much crushed it. I mean, I really do need to work on this attack because a lot of people are using it. You see it quite a bit. So great job by you once again with the 6-pack at Town Hall 10. So here we go. And congratulations too for the Town Hall 10s this week. We really we made some improvements, so good job to you guys.
We sure did. Yep.
Let's go ahead and move it up to our Town Hall 11s with Red Chief and Benjo again getting the 6-pack. We're gonna start with, I believe, our buddy Hammer, aka Master Nate, on number, I'm jetting around here, on number 12. So let's go ahead and check that one out in 3, 2, 1. So I believe this was, I can't remember what was hit originally with this one, but as we were talking before we started this video, Hammer just came in here and exploited the fact that he knew what the CC was.
Lalo CC.
Yeah, right. And so he, when it's Lalo CC,
he's ready.
You really like to try minors. But it is kind of a wide base, so we were a little bit concerned, but watch how he uses these hogs to help. Look at that. And this makes the difference. It really does. And he uses this type of attack with his 10 too, because we've FC'd with him for, you know, several times. Using those hogs, because it keeps them, all the rest of the miners in place. And you could see that because that compartment over there, those couple compartments with the eagle and those other defenses, then it just keeps all of the miners over to the narrow part. So it was wide at the beginning, but then when the hogs came in, it just narrowed it down quick. And great job on all of his heals. I mean, we were, you know, all online when he was doing this. And I believe, as Ren was saying, you know, heal there, he was doing exactly that. So he was spot on.
He had already done it, yeah.
Yeah, he was spot on with all of his spells. And, I mean, just absolutely crushed it. You could see all of the miners going. I'm speeding it up a little bit.
Hound away from the queen.
Yep.
Everything just... And he was a hoot. He was great on voice.
He was. He was.
He was saying, I got it, you know, while he's attacking. So
yeah.
it was great. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Hammer. He's a good guy. So
yeah.
Good job to you, buddy. And I know you wanted the 6-pack. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
So we're going to move it up to number 10 now with another one of our very good Town Hall 11s, Andy. So number 10, here we go in 3, 2, 1. What does he have? Now, this one's interesting. I did not see this one live, but I remember when he came back from chat, you know, into chat and was like, okay, that really worked. You know? I
know, right?
Yeah, he was like...
The ice golem at like 4 o'clock tanks just enough for his queen to get in there and hit that whiz tower. So it all worked out. Yeah,
I mean, and not for a huge investment, right? I mean, the ice golem for 15... And he has a one whiz, and then he had one other whiz at the backside there too. So he has a nice entry with, or, you know, value with his heroes, and he got lucky there. This was a fresh hit, was it not?
I think this was. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. So he, you know, he got really lucky with all those Teslas right over to the side. So, and to your point too, Chief, he got AD and a Whiz Tower.
AD and the Whiz Tower.
Yeah, and the Tesla. I mean, he got everything. Pulled the CC, fine. And then he starts with this little haste here, which is cool. Haste with some loons to go ahead and take out that AD. I liked that. You know, you don't always do that, but when it's right in front there, you might as well. Why not? So then he comes in with all of his dragons. He's got the slammer coming in from the side. Meanwhile, the baby dragon's still up, causing a little bit of problem. And tornado! Oh no! Hey! There we go. But they're the max loons. You gotta love those things. So yeah, it's interesting because, you know, we don't really see drags without dragbat. And he did it. He did a nice job of figuring out, you know, exactly where he wanted to use all of his different spells. He had that heal at the beginning there to try to keep them up as long as possible. And, I mean, really, the max loons in the slammer, they just they just crush bases. At every Town Hall level, max loons with the slammer. And you'll see that in a couple other replays that we're going to do. But, so yeah, I mean, he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons maybe? Some loons. It's looking good. And a freeze still left. So we'll go ahead and fast forward it. Nice job to you. And, you know, Andy again, he's pretty solid at 11. So
absolutely.
Way to go, buddy. And there we have it. Andy with the 100. Alright, let's go ahead and move up to our 2 6-packers then, shall we?
Sure.
Benjo, killing it. 2 6-packs in a row. We're going to watch him on number 5. So let's check that one out in 3, 2, 1. Oh yes, one of my favorite attacks right now. I messed around with this one a lot during the CWL week. It's pretty powerful on the right base for sure. And
yeah,
so
we FC'd this for like 2 hours one night.
We did.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe not on the best basis. So it definitely is base dependent, but he does a really nice job with his funnel here. Everybody's going right into that one compartment. He's going to get a bonus taking out the Inferno without a problem. And we'll zoom in just a little bit because it gets crazy in there. He's got the CC that he's dealing with. And there he goes, the old ice golem on the wizard tower. Got a little bit scary, but it worked. Froze him just long enough. Right when the ice golem's attacking, he has that little freeze attack. So, and then he has a nice freeze to help the bats get through the 9 o'clock side. And then all of a sudden, the ice golems are down, freezing everything in that bottom corner.
Oh, yeah.
And when there's only one wizard tower left and that many offensive troops, doesn't matter if the bats make it or not through the wizard tower, the base is going to be history. His queen's still up over there. He's got a couple troops on that 9 o'clock side to help, you know, clean up everything, and voila. What'd you guys think of this one?
This was awesome, especially reading with the single inferno down at 6.
Yep.
You know, coming in on the right side, bats in on the left, one jump in the middle. It was great. It was great. It was nice to watch.
Yeah. And it was a fresh hit, I believe. So good job to you, buddy. And was this our first 11v11?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was.
He went early.
Yeah, he went early with his first attack. So good job. You know, it's nothing like getting one of those on the board right away.
Right.
So let's finish it up with good old Red Chief here on number 4. And this was a cleanup. So we'll talk a little bit about, you know, how he changed it just a little bit. That's all he needed. So we'll go in on number 4 in 3, 2, 1. So here we go with more P.E.K.K.A.s and bowlers, but you see no bats on this one. And the cool thing about this is the slammer at the end. I love this finish. So this, again, was a cleanup. We were all on voice on this, so, you know, he's whatever 5 seconds ahead, and he was not a happy camper with the baby dragon going down with the Zam, because the baby dragon did something different than, of course, what Dom's hit did. So he had to, yeah, of course. Why would it do something the same? So he improvised very nicely with the P.E.K.K.A., which took it down no problem, and his wall break was on point. I missed it at the same time, but basically rage wall break right in, which was perfect. Yeah. I think the first hit missed the wall break, so that they did bash through there, but that held them up a little bit. And then really the thing that made the difference, because on that first attack, that multi stayed up. Nobody went over to the multi. And this time, will she go back? She does. Thank you, Miss Queen. Very nice. So his troops are killing it right now. Nice job on the warden ability, just keeping everybody up over there. And here comes the slammer, and this thing just chugs through the base. He still has his queen ability, and you see with the haste, you know that means some lovely loons are going to come out of there. So let's just kind of keep an eye on the slammer. He's about ready to go down, so that means he's going to do his haste in just a second. Let's see if he does it. He's got 4 P.E.K.K.A.s still up, 4 or 5 bowlers. I mean, you can tell that this is going to just be a crush.
Right.
Oh, and right up here, remember what happened to the bowlers? It's like he mind tricked them to go right for that AD.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because...
Like, no.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go ahead.
He was like, go bush for that AD.
Exactly.
I was just like, wow. He's just like, oh yeah, I totally told him to do that.
Yeah, because right before that happened, we were like, oh no, the AD. Somebody, how are they going to get back into there to get the AD? And the bowlers went right back around. Thank you, Mr. Blue Guys. Perfect. So nice job with that
Blue
one.
Man group.
Yeah. It was a nice hit. Very good, Ren.
It was. Nice adjustments. So there we have it. Some really great hits. Again, you know, the 10s did great. 11 smashed it. We just couldn't quite get a 12v12. You know, that is not an easy feat. Especially when you just have, say, an hour or 2 hours left in the war to try to figure out some plans on 12v12. So they were planning. They did their best, but just couldn't do it. That's how
it was a great war. As good as we thought, or we did. I mean, we had good hit rates all around.
Yep.
And Sjana did too. So it just came down to basically kind of the luck of the draw and how confident and how good our 12s felt on one popular weekend.
Yep.
So congrats to them, but I tell you what, congrats to us too. We had a heck of a war.
Yep, we really did. And nothing like an exciting war like that. You know, that's fun. You don't like to lose, but when it's exciting and fun and you put up a good fight, it doesn't feel as bad. It doesn't sting as bad. So thanks, guys, for joining me on this one.
Yeah, our pleasure, Drummy.
Yeah, we just got to get ready for the next opponent, which is Clash Hunters. So we will start working out the negotiations for that and get ready for the week number 7. I can't believe it already, but here we are. So until next time, we will catch you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace.